Hi, this is a short video giving you an indication of what we're going over for the first unit. And the main portion are the characteristics of mammals. And the main part here are the physical characteristics. Internal fertilization and development, mammary glands that they nurse their young, which is why they're called mammals, of course. They have hair, and the detailed outline has information about kinds of hair and the terms associated with this. And they are warm-blooded. I might note here that even though they have internal temperature regulations, there are also some other physiological and behavioral characteristics that affect or help them maintain their body temperature. In terms of these organisms, we're going to be talking about what habitat they occur in, generally terrestrial, aquatic, or semi-aquatic. By semi-aquatic, we mean an animal that spends part of its time in the water. For example, in the second unit, Insectivores, there are some shrews that are semi-aquatic. Some of their behavior within that and how they're adapted for the habitats. They may be cursorial, running, fossorial, digging, or arboreal, which means they climb in trees. Of course, I think probably everybody's informed about modes of feeding. Basically, here we're talking about carnivores and herbivores, although some are actually omnivores, eat a little bit of both. The insectivores, there's an order of insectivores, are really a kind of carnivore, of course. And that would include the shrews and moles are in the insectivores, and the bats, which are chiroptids. They are usually insectivores. Biological rhythms, diurnal, daily, nocturnal, at night, and crepuscular, meaning they're more active at dawn and dusk. Temperature regulation, they have insulation, usually involving hair. Appendages, longer appendages, means that they usually use those for getting rid of excess heat. Countercurrent circulation is a method of circulation that essentially keeps most of the blood in the core and brain, but not so much to the extremities. They also can modify their microclimate. For example, beaver lodges are usually 5 to 10 degrees or more above the ambient temperature outside, and some of them reduce their activity. And you should be familiar what true hibernation is, as well as torpor, or sometimes just inactivity. We talk about this, let me get up here, in terms of where they live. The North America, as well as the world, are identified or divided into ecological zones, really, that are called biomes. And they're basically, in North America, grassland, desert, forests, and tundra. And then there are subdivisions in each of these. And the detailed outline goes into the different conditions in each of these different biomes. And you will be asked at various times how a specific animal is adapted, for example, to life in temperate zones or another zone. And lastly, I believe, if I can move this up, all right, animal signs. And I have in my life a number of pictures, because I hike a lot. I have a number of pictures of animal tracks, scat, which are feces. I even own a set of scat cards, which are pictures of feces of different animals with a scale on the side. Trails and slides. Sometimes you can see where animals like river otters slide in to the water. Also with porcupines, you can often see trails and slides where they slide along because they drag their tail. Their homes, of course, like beaver lodges, like holes in trees, and remnants of food as well. So I will be posting pictures from time to time of these things, and I expect you to recognize them pretty much. So that's an idea of what's covered in this first unit. Also, we're covering one of the orders, and that is the order of the Didelmorpha, which is the opossums.